What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. I have gathered up what I believe to be about as close to a perfect 10 out of 10 lineup of niche fragrances in a wardrobe that you could compile. We've got citrus and fresh and woods. We've got signature scent-worthy daytime stuff. We've got date night. We've got wow factor. We've got cooler weather. We've got tobacco. We've got a little bit of everything. Just a list of compiled personal favorites of mine that I think make one of the more, unfathomable, incredible lineups of niche fragrances. Now, again, this is just my opinion based on my taste and what I like. And if you relate to my taste, you might enjoy this video. If not, put down below what you like, But with all that said, there's links below if you want to check anything out. Let's get into it. Stay tuned.
Back again, yet again, once again.
Always giving you the real, one fragrance at a time. It's TLTG Reviews, baby.
Starting with a whole bunch of citruses and some fresh green petitgrain and musk, we've got Boadicea, the Victorious Energizer. My buddy Jason Vercher turned me on to this when he had sent me a decant, and I just had to have it. This is one of the more affordable Boadicea fragrances, and this is honestly one of the better fresh fragrances in my collection. It has this almost warm radiance to it, the way the citruses come across. You got orange, lemon, bergamot, and so on. Again, fresh petitgrain gives this dry green element to it, strong woody facet. Oh, man. Good stuff. Almost a slight minty tone to it. Very musky, clean fragrance. Really good performance considering it's just a whole bunch of volatile, fresh compounds compiled together to make this formula. Really good performance. I would say above average, upper tier quality for a citrus fragrance. This is definitely up there. You can find 50 mLs like this in that mid to upper $100 price point range. This is really good shit right here. Let's just call a spade a spade. This is really good shit right here. Doesn't reinvent the wheel when it comes to citruses with fresh greens and musk, but again, elite tier kind of shit right here. Again, that's from Boadicea. This is Energizer. This tropical-ish kind of tropical fragrance has everything. Grapes, quince, name that fruit, red wine accord, just all the fruits and citruses and just unbelievable. This is called Sun-Gria. This 50 ml is going to run you in the realm of $150, and it's worth every single freaking penny. I always say the last name wrong, Lorenzo Pazzaglia. I know it's not the proper way to say it, but that's how it rolls off the tongue for me, so my apologies for you pronunciation Nazis here in the perfume world. And there's a lot of them. Been a little while since I sprayed it. Lost Prime really easy. Oh, there it is. Go. That ripe fruit red wine combination. Oh, man. God, that is good. We're going to give a little spritz on the hand. Been a little while since I've worn it. I didn't think it would lose prime, so when I say quickly, it's been months since it was hot enough to where I was wearing it. But I know a lot of people love Summer Hammer. I get it. I love Summer Hammer too. How my bottle is literally right here within reaching distance. I love me some Summer Hammer as well. But this is unique and special. There's no other fragrance I've smelled that smells anything like Sun-Gria. God, it's just so ripe, like peeled fruits. Think the peel of a pineapple, cantaloupe, lemons, freaking, like I said, grapes, just you name it. It's in here. The note breakdown on this is outrageous. It's rich and thick, crazy sillage and longevity. I'm telling you, super unique. Does not lean feminine in any way. It's just different. It's just different in such a good way. If you've never experienced this, and yes, I don't mean try it, I mean experience it, because it is an experience, you really should get a sample of Sun-Gria. In my opinion, this is one of the four, I bumped it to a 10 out of 10 not that long ago, one of the 4 10 out of 10s I've ever given. Oh man, you gotta like cherry though. Mind Games French Defense, the ultimate date night fragrance to me personally. This is boozy, syrupy, sweet, rich cherry, spicy, a little bit of cognac, some of that cognac. Give me a little bit of sweet booziness. It is so good. I don't find it leans feminine at all like a lot of other cherry fragrances. This one you don't need but a few sprays. I tend to spray more than I need and go 7 or so when I really don't need more than 3 or 4. The last time I wore this one was for our 15-year wedding anniversary, beginning of November. Wore this one to dinner, and I oversprayed it. I did like 7 or 8 sprays. It was way too much. I was like, the wife told me in the elevator when we were heading down to the restaurant, it was just, she's like, you sprayed too much. She's like, I love it, but Jesus, you sprayed way too much. I just love it so much. That's the problem. You can get trigger happy when you really, really, really thoroughly enjoy a fragrance. And some of you are probably like, 8 sprays, man. When I wear it, that's because y'all are crazy and fucked your nose all up. And you got used to spraying 15, 20 sprays on stuff all the time. We've been over this before. Some of you have heard me be a broken record. Those of you that spray crazy, overspray, it's because you've trained your nose to need that in order to smell it now. Whereas 8's just too many for me on this one. Sweet spot, I would say, is kind of 4 sprays for me. And any of you that haven't ruined your nose with overspraying consistently and habitually, this is like a 3 to 5 spray range fragrance. Plenty of sillage, nice strength, great longevity. It's rich, high compliment factor. This is some sexy stuff right here. Again, cherry, boozy, spicy, sweet, warm. Oh man, perfection. Perfection for dinner dates. Mind Games, French Defense. I still think this is one of the greatest all-around everyday fragrances a man can wear. Mancera, Cedrat, Boadicea. Yeah. And some of you will say, oh, just get the Intense. But, you know, the Intense, you're a little bit more limited because it's so heavy and strong and a bit more animalic for, like, super high heat summer, whereas this will be fine in the summer. This is a wicker basket full of fruits. Has this dry, woody element, a little soft leather. Some people get smokiness from it. I never really get much smokiness, but you get lemons. You get a litany of, like, apple and other citruses, fruit. Just, like I said, a fruit basket. It's like a fruity notes smorgasbord of fruit. High compliment factor. This is their Aventus. No, this does not smell like Aventus, but this is their take on their Aventus, if that makes sense. And it does such a good job. Super high compliment factors. You know, above average performance. Those that say it's weak and, oh, it's watered down and all they reformulated, it's nose fatigue. Then they say, no, it's not nose fatigue. And I say, yes, it is nose fatigue. And then nobody wins because it is nose fatigue and you just refuse to believe it. But this is some good shit. If you've never tried it, you can get this one, surprisingly, one of the cheaper, because it's so heavily produced, one of the cheaper Manceras on the market. Sometimes you can catch this for around $60 online for a 4-ounce bottle. Super steal. But in that $70 to $80 range, still bargain. Great, great, great fragrance. I think everybody should at least give this one a try. Most people will have it in their collection because it's that good. It's Cedrat Boadicea. I think this is one of the best fragrances Creed has put out in a very long time. This is one of my favorite tobacco fragrances. If you like spices and tobacco, earthy, dry tones, man, Centaurus is it. This is beautiful. And the few clones I've tried don't really hold a candle to it. They got some good stuff. Rayhan Crimson's good. I heard one of Neeb's fragrances is basically an inspired take on this. So all his fragrances are like that. I believe he's got one that's similar to this. I'm sure it's good. All the ones I haven't tried, I'm sure they're good. And the ones I have tried are good, but still, none of them really do this for me, you know? A little bit of like some acidic citrus, very spicy. Again, earthy tobacco from the start. There's a little bit of vetiver in here as well. Almost like a hay-like nutmeg dryness and spicy, woody elements. Just beautiful. Not too dry of a fragrance, though. Very mass appealing for what it is at the same time. Very approachable. Very easy to like. It's pricey. It performs really well. I've noticed that I don't really suffer from severe nose fatigue from it. I don't think it's loaded down with too many high-grade synthetics. I think you got a decent amount of naturals in here. But man, 50 ml is all you need because it's like a 5-spray fragrance. And you got all-day performance, at least for me, with a really good trail. It's good shit. I had to put it on here because I really think if we're talking making the perfect lineup of niche fragrances, man, this is, I mean, I almost put it above Aventus Cologne, which is my favorite Creed fragrance. It's really close number 2 for me from the house. But yeah, this is the tobacco fragrance I chose to put in here because it is that good to me. It's Creed Centaurus. Your lineup's not really well-rounded enough if you don't have an incredible aromatic fougere that is just old school style done to perfection, right? And to me, and I recently wore this one, maybe it's recency bias could play a factor here, but Danger Parfum Cologne from Roja Parfums, I still think is one of the better everyday signature worthy, high level, just complex aromatic fougères out there. It's a creamy, fresh citrus aromatic at the top. You've got plenty of greens that don't overspice it. If you want more of a spicy, just heavier, warm, spicy green tone, you can go with its big brother Scandal Parfum Cologne. Just as dapper, just warmer and much, much spicier, whereas this balances things out, has more freshness, works a bit better in warmer weather. Not the greatest thing in high heat, but this is signature-worthy stuff, especially for you business professionals or those that tend to dress a bit more semi-casual to semi-formal, dapper on a regular basis. This suits that attire very well. Wear this to dates. This has that grown man appeal to it, right? This is beautiful, beautiful stuff. You cannot go wrong. There's no bad situation to smell like Danger Parfum Cologne. Now, the original Danger Parfum, that's much more animalic, a lot more cumin and a lot of clove. So bit more of a challenging, put some hair on your chest kind of fragrance. But when it comes to adding a little bit of mass appeal and versatility, this is it. I had to have an incredible aromatic fougere here, and I felt like this was the perfect choice. It's Roja Parfum's Danger Parfum Cologne. At the recording of this last night, I wore this fragrance, in fact. One of the most intoxicating, wow factor, easy to appreciate, mind-bogglingly good fragrances ever created by Claude Deer. This is Zaharoff Signature Rosé. It has since been renamed, not reformulated, but renamed to Signature Rose Athonite. This is magic. This is a variety of roses with incense and amber, a little bit of some sweet notes, a warm wood oud that really doesn't add any funk. So intoxicating, perfectly unisex. A masculine rose, but rose dominance is always going to have a feminine lean, right? The incense really screams off of my skin. It's based off of rose incense from, I forgot which island, from some Greek monks or something like that. George just told me the story, but, regardless of the story and the inspiration behind the fragrance is incredible. Even people that aren't into rose can enjoy this fragrance. And the stuff's like glue. It'll calm down after a few hours and you'll think it's gone, and then you'll do something where your body temperature will raise and it'll start pumping off the skin again. It'll just come back to life. This stuff is like that. It'll just sit on the skin, and as you heat up, it starts pumping. You get a little water on it, you wash your hands or something, kind of reactivates it, gets to pumping. You jump in the shower, you go to wash it off. Until you're washing it off, that water activates it again, and your shower is just going to start smelling like rosé. My God, is this stuff amazing. My God, is this stuff amazing. I had to have it here. Even though Seraphine Blue is my 10 out of 10 from Zaharoff, I think this is just so intoxicating. It has just that it factor. It had to be rosé. Again, Zaharoff Signature Rose Athonite. Let's go with another citrus fragrance, shall we? We can't have everything being just wow factor and heavy and all that. I'm a big fan. It's starting to become my favorite Parfums de Marly fragrance over Cologne and Leighton, which is my top two. We're talking Perseus. I love it. Beautiful, juicy grapefruit citrus, but it turns into a slight hint of florals with some semi-earthy, woody vetiver. Very, very woody fragrance. More of a woody fragrance overall than it even is dominated by citrus. This stuff's so good. It is so good. It has just a little bit of funky earthiness to it, a bit musky, kind of an earthy floral tone. A little bit of a soapiness to it, kind of like a dirty floral mixed with woods and citrus. It's kind of a good way to look at this one. I love it. I think it's got so much character. This is a beautiful fragrance. Above average performance. Sure, it's got a lot of high-grade synthetics. You can go nose blind to it, but I think it's awesome. I really do. A lot of people want to relate it to Terre d'Hermès Eau Givrée. I think that's just a much brighter citrus fragrance with a lot less wood, whereas this is more on those dirty florals or earthy vetiver, like I was stating before, woody notes. This is just, I love it. It's magic. I think it's in a little bit of an acquired taste. I think the first spray, not everybody's going to fall in love with it. You got to give it more of a chance than one spray, especially on skin, not on the test strip. And yeah, this stuff, it'll end up needing to be in your collection. At least that's how I feel about it with Parfums de Marly Perseus. One of my other very few 10 out of 10s in my collection, my favorite Vanilla Oud based fragrance. It's even in the name. It is Vertus Vanilla Oud. I think it's special, super intoxicating, crazy performance, not crazy expensive, mid to low 100 price point. from discounters. You don't need a lot of sprays. It's warm. It's spicy. It's got this burnt vanilla. It's got some funkiness from the oud. But that burnt smoked vanilla smell really does the trick for me. A lot of warm spices, too. Intoxicating stuff. Intoxicating stuff. This is 10 out of 10 for me. I love this. This wowed me. The very first time I smelled it was on Justin in one of our Chicago trips, I think for the second round of the Zed Creator fragrances. He wore it. I smelled it on him all day. I mean, even like 13, 14 hours into the evening. He walked by me when he came to my hotel room so we could film content at the end of the day. And I was like, did you re-spray? He's like, no, that's from early this morning. It was like 14 hours after he sprayed those 3 or 4 sprays. The performance is crazy. The sillage and the longevity on this is crazy. This is so good. This is going to be a little polarizing. It's not for everybody. It's a funky oud vanilla spicy fragrance. I've been told by a friend of mine that it smells like Band-Aids if you pour brown sugar on it and set it on fire. Looking at you, Josh. Jason Virtue that we mentioned earlier thinks this is terrible. So not everybody is a fan, I guess, is a good way to look at it. But the majority that have taken my advice over the years and tried this, love it. It'll wow you. If you give it the right chance, it'll wow you. This stuff for me, 10 out of 10 though. I don't whore out my 10s. It's like pulling teeth, beyond trying to pull teeth to get a 10 out of 10 out of me. And of course, it's all personal choice and personal taste. But for me, 10 out of 10, Vanilla Oud. And the last fragrance to round this out, I think you need something that's a real challenge for you as an individual. Not necessarily for everyone, but so special that you have the most limited of situations and occasions to wear it because it's daring, at least for you as an individual. It's so daring that you may only get a handful of opportunities in a decade to wear it. And I haven't even had an opportunity yet to wear it. I've only done a few test sprays. I'll pull the cap and sniff it. I'll never, ever, ever, ever go through this whole bottle of Mancera Black Prestigium. I think this is magnificence and pure artistry in a bottle. This is full of florals like violet, iris, and rose. Animalics like a very funky, like church pew, incensey, sweet oud, very funky. Leather. There's animalics galore in this one. It is something. And I mean, it is nuclear. This is 2 sprays and you fill a room easily. This is special. This is something to behold. This is for a daring situation. For me, you may deem this as a daily wear fragrance because you just like that. And it's challenging shit's nothing for you. You don't even think it's a challenge. There's some people out there that's like that. For me, it's special. It's special. This is about as close to a 10 out of 10 as it gets for me. I can't give it a 10 because it's like one of the 5 most situational fragrances in my collection. There's such limited use for me in my life with my taste and the things that I do that I can't give it a 10. I can't. Because, I mean, prime example, I've had this for like 2 years now. I still haven't given it a full wearing. Because I'm waiting for that right moment. And that right moment's going to come. I do have things on the horizon. And the last time I had an opportunity, I forgot to go with this one and went with something else. Totally slipped my mind. So I've had opportunities. I just totally forgot. I'm pushing in the neighborhood of mid-2000s to 3,000 bottles of fragrances here. You can forget you got some stuff sometimes. God, this is so special, though. Heavy violet rose iris leather oud. Special smoky, dark, resins, balmy, creamy, powdery, sweet, very funky, very animalic, very many different things. Very complex fragrance. Art, pure art in a bottle. Something special. We had to have something special. Rounding out the end of our collection is Black Prestigium from Mancera. Well, now that is the 10. I hope you enjoyed it. If any of that caught your attention and you want to check some of them out, there's YouTube links that pop up on screen randomly. They're also at the top of the description. Right below that, next to each fragrance's name, will be links to different places, Fragflex, and so on, and Fragrance Buy, depending on where you shop and what you're looking for, and inventory and prices and what I can find and so on. It's there. If you want to check anything out, of course, you don't have to buy nothing to watch this video. I just appreciate you watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe before you leave. And it is Monday. It's all about the U National Championship tonight, baby.